us this evening. Behind me is Blair and Taylor just stepping in. They're going to be our bodies this evening. I'll do my best to cue you guys concisely so you don't have to look up very often, but they're here for you when you need a little extra visual. Make sure your device is on mute. And also optional props. If you have a beach towel or a small blanket, it will be good for sensitive knees. We'll be working on our knees a little bit this evening. We'll still be filming from this point on. A couple schedule changes might be coming up as we get new information, so keep updated with that. And yogis, I will be starting the playlist if you have that set up. I'll count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We can begin on our backs this evening, so recline and lie down in Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees open wide. And bring your hands to the belly or widen your arms, palms face up. Press into the back of the shoulders, lift your heart, wiggle shoulder blades closer together. Just take a few belly breaths, welcome yourself to your space with an active breath. Notice any gripping or holding in your inner thighs. See if you can surrender with gravity for the first few moments here. Tonight we'll be working with the psoas muscle. This is a deep-seated core and hip flexor muscle group that runs along the back of our lower back, lower vertebrae, to our inner femur and pelvis. As you breathe deeply and wide, start to soften your belly muscles, soften any tension in your lower back. Really notice the space, your lumbar spine, lower vertebrae, and the connection of the top of your femur, your thigh bone, into its hip socket. Soften. Take one more wide breath in. Full exhale. And use your hands to guide your knees to a close. Take a knee in each hand, hug them in and up wide towards your shoulders. Just take some movement here, rocking left and right, circling out along your low back. Notice the curvature in your lower spine reversed. Massage it into the floor. And stack your knees over your hips, hug your inner thighs together, 90-degree angle in your knees. Take your arms wide, palms face down. And dynamic twist here with breath. Inhale. As you exhale, let your knees drop down to the right. Inhale up and back through center. Roll over your low back. Exhale, knees to the left. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. One more round. Notice the work in your core muscles, waking up your psoas muscle, moving with breath. And take a full body stretch, legs down and forward, reach your arms up and overhead. Energize through your core muscles, hug your low ribs in and down, belly to the back of the spine. Scoot your sit bones forward so you can get more of your low back pressing into the earth. Take a bigger breath in. Exhale, hug right knee in and up towards your right shoulder. Just take some hip circles here, widening through your thigh bone, rolling around in both directions. And stack your right knee over your hip. Interlace your fingers and press your palms into your right thigh bone. So take it onto the top of the thigh, that's it. So pressing your palms in and then pressing your thigh bone back up into your hands. Notice your sit bones, even out your hips, right sit bone down. Notice the work in the core muscles. Maybe shaking in your legs, take deep breaths. And then release your work, supine twist, right knee crosses over. You can bump your hips back a couple inches. Soften in your belly and keep your right shoulder grounded. The psoas muscle group is also known as the emotional muscle, this fight or flight muscle. And when we're in a low level of stress, this muscle instinctively tightens up. Our nervous system tells our muscle that we need to stay tense and tight, this action of fight or flight. So if we can move in our practice with deep breaths and be really aware of choosing to engage this muscle and choosing to release, it starts to shift into this different process, working with a different part of our nervous system. Take a big inhale and unwind your twist nice and slow. Right leg down to meet the left, full body stretch. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, left knee in and up. And just take a moment to loosen up your left hip, circling it around in both directions. Maybe it feels a little more tense or a little looser than the other side. And core engagement, stack your left knee just over your left hip, 90-degree angle in your leg. Interlace fingers, press your palms into your left thigh bone. Notice the feedback your body is sending you, core engagement, and actively press your left thigh bone back into your hands. Soften your shoulders. Take a wider breath in, and exhale, supine twist, left knee to the right side. Bump your hips back, open up your arms, and keep grounded through your left shoulder. One more round of breath. Inhale, unwind. Full body stretch. Big breath in, arms up and overhead. And hug your knees in towards your body. Wrap your arms around shins. Take a big breath in, squeeze forehead up towards your knees. Curl your sit bones up, engage through your core. And exhale, lower your spine, grab the back of your thighs, rock and roll up to a seat. Find a comfortable seated position. You're welcome to sit on your blanket or your towel. And just take a moment to close your eyes, take your hands together at your heart space. Sit up tall with an active spine. Stack shoulders back and down over your hips. As we work and breathe through our movement practice this evening, just take notice of what you are willing to let go of, what you are willing to soften. And take notice of what you are hoping to receive from your practice. Our breath to movement is an exchange of energy. It's letting go and also opening up to what we can draw in. Take a big breath in through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. Once more in. Exhale. I lied one more time. In. Pause at the top of the breath. Take an extra sip of air, full lungs. And slowly exhale. Blink your eyes open, yogis. Place your hands out in front of you. Shift up to table pose, hands and knees. Blanket under your knees if they're sensitive. And just take some movements here in your spine, wiggling out hips and shoulders, all the way up into your neck, rocking your ears left and right. And then come back to center, heart over thumbs. Keep your toes tucked under, claw down into your mat with fingertips and toes. Cat-cow breath, take an inhale, send your heart forward and up, lift your chin away from chest, sit bones rise. Exhale, round through your spine, puff up through your back, tuck your chin in. Inhale, find extension, heart forward, look up. Exhale, round, lift up through your navel, the back of the heart. One more, inhale, extend, look up. Good, exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin in, pull your navel in and up. Good, come back through table pose. Walk your knees back a couple inches and your hands forward. Widen your knees a little bit, heart chakra pose. Crawl your hands forward, dip your heart down. You're welcome to come to forehead or deeper stretch. Untuck your chin, send your throat down into the earth. Curl your sit bones up. Take big belly breaths as we stretch out our psoas muscle. Use your breath as a way to massage your very core. And walk your hands back. Lift your heart, keep your toes tucked under, lift your hips up to downward facing dog. Curl your sit bones up. Take a moment to release your head and neck. Maybe a couple bends in your right leg and then your left. Claw down into your mat with all 10 fingertips. Grab your outer arms, your triceps down, making space even in the back of your heart. If this is ever too much in your hamstrings, bend your knees. Find a little more space in the back side of the body. And take a breath in, look forward towards fingertips, bend your knees. As you exhale, walk your hands to your feet. Sorry, walk your feet to your hands. Grab opposite elbows, bend your knees enough to let go of any strain in your hamstrings. Sway your spine left and right. Imagine a little more space catching in between each and every vertebrae as your spine gets heavy. And next inhale, fill up your heart, come back to center. Exhale, release your arms. Round yourself up to standing, nice and slow. Feet under your hips or big toes together, heels slightly open. Half sun A with breath. Ground your feet down. Take a breath in, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Lead with your heart. Tuck your chin in at the bottom of your breath. Inhale, half lift, long spine, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Press your feet down. Inhale, all the way up. Look up, palms touch at the top of the breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Extend your spine forward. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, rise. Press your feet down. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. This time, pause, catch hold of your left wrist. Side stretch to the right. Ground down through both feet. Every inhale rises up through your heart to your head. Every exhale, breath travels back down, engaging your core. Good, inhale, come back up to standing. Switch grips, soften your shoulders. Exhale, stretch to the left. Notice the wavering energy of your breath, rising inhales, finding length, grounding exhales. Good, inhale, rise back to center, palms touch, look up. Exhale, forward fold, full sun A. Just once, inhale, half lift, find extension. Plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Pause in this first plank. If it's too much of a strain for your low back, you're always welcome to drop your knees down. Send your sit bones towards your heels. Puff up through the back of the heart. Hug all limbs together. Take another breath in. Lower down all the way to belly. Again, you're welcome to drop your knees down first. 3 rolling cobras. As you inhale, lift your heart. Stretch up through the crown of the head. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Press the tops of the feet and your thighs down. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, last one. This time, see if you can hover your hands. Bend your elbows a little bit more, soften shoulders away from ears. Nice work, let it go. Tuck your toes under, press up through table or plank. Up and back, down dog. Lift your hips, drop your head. Find stillness here. Equal length inhales, equal length exhales. And next inhale, lift your right leg. And take a moment, bend your knee, stack right hip on top of left. And notice a subtle pull, a gentle pull in your right psoas muscles. Take the twist out of the shoulders. Can you pull your left shoulder slightly forward? And then square off your hips, straighten out your right leg. Breath in, look forward. Exhale, step through to lunge. And drop your left knee down, shift back, half splits. Just take a couple fluid movements here, shifting forward and back, loosening up your hips. Take it at your own pace. Shift forward, low lunge again. Lift your torso, interlace fingers, and press your palms on top of your right thigh. And sink your hips down, nice and low, but keep your sit bones square. Pull your right sit bone back and down, and then use the feedback of your hands to open up your shoulders. Lift your heart, draw your shoulders back. Can you lift your low ribs and send them away from your front thigh? And take a big breath in. As you exhale, let it go. Plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Lower down slowly. Inhale, cobra, lift your heart, shoulders back. Exhale, release. Inhale up to table or through plank. Exhale, down dog, lift your hips, drop your heart. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, stack left hip on top of right. Bend your left knee. Notice the stretch, the space in the left side of the body. Keep the twist out of the shoulders. Pull your right shoulder forward, ground your right heel down. Straighten out your left leg, square off your hips. Breath in, look forward, exhale, step, low lunge. Drop your right knee down. Shift your hips back, half splits. And then forward, find some fluid movement here. Unique to you, whatever your body needs this evening. Forward, low lunge. Then lift your heart, interlace your fingers, press your palms down and forward. As you sink into your hips, draw your low ribs and your shoulders back. A couple breaths here. Inhales, lifting up your heart. Exhale, surrendering into your shape. Lean forward, let it go, plant your hands. Vinyasa, step back, plank pose. Move through it with your breath. Vinyasas, of course, are always optional. You're welcome to take half down dog or the heart chakra pose or child's pose. And from down dog, take a wide breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, come to tippy toes, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet to hands. Breath in, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Lift your heart, palms touch, look up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down and back, shift a little weight towards your heels. Notice the curve in your lumbar spine. Send your sit bones towards your heels, actively pulling your psoas in and up. Notice the challenge, breathe deeper. We're shifting our body once more out of fight or flight, out of stress and response, and just breathing gently into a challenge. Rewiring our brain. Take another breath in. Exhale, forward folds, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Lower down slowly as you exhale. Inhale, heart lifts. Good, exhale, down dog. And breath to movement, inhale, lift your left leg. Just for your exhale, Sorry, I said left leg, left foot down. Everyone was listening. Inhale, lift your right leg. Just for your exhale, stack right hip on top of left, bend your knee. Inhale, square off your hips, straight leg, look forward. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Now drop your left knee down, shift back, half splits. Pull your right toes back. Take one breath in. Full exhale, lean your heart into it. Inhale, pull yourself forward, stay in low lunge. This time lift your arms. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus arms. Lift your heart, pull it up. Inhale, lift your arms. Easy twist, left hand plants. Right arm opens up. You're welcome to keep your left knee down or take it a little deeper, a little more active. Lift your left knee, squeeze inner thighs together. Can you pull your right shoulder away from your ear, lengthen through your neck. And exhale, release your twist. And plant both hands. Drop your left knee down once more, pull it forward an inch or two. And then stretch your right leg back, one-legged table. Pause here, claw down into the mat with fingertips. Lift your belly up away from the earth. Hug your low ribs together. And right foot is active. Flex your toes, reach through your heel. Send your left arm forward. Palm faces in. Notice the shifts and changes in your balance. And breath to movement. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow, round through your spine like cat pose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round, hug in. Once more, inhale, extend, gaze forward. Exhale, knee to elbow, puff up through the back of your heart. Good, inhale, extend. And plant your left hand. Step back to plank pose. Lift up to down dog, sit bones rise, drop your heart and head. Take a wide breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Second side, inhale, left leg lifts. Bend your knee, stack left hip on top of right, exhale. Inhale, extend, square off your hips, look forward, exhale, low lunge. Drop your right knee down, shift your hips back, take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, shift forward, low lunge. Lift your arms, lift your heart. And exhale, cactus, bend your elbows, pull your heart up, look up. Inhale, straighten out your arms. Lean forward, right hand plants, left arm opens up. Keep your right knee grounded or lift your right thigh. Wherever you are, inner thighs are active, hug them together. Send the left set of ribs up towards the sky, pull your left shoulder back and down. And look down, plant your left hand, drop your right knee down again, scoot it forward a couple inches. One-legged table, extend your left leg back. Take a moment to engage your core, lift it to the back side of the body, claw down with fingertips. And send your right arm forward, palm faces in. Breath to movement, inhale, find extension. Exhale, knee to elbow, lift through the back of your heart. Inhale, extend, reach. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend, reach, look forward. Good, exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend, plant your left hand, your right hand, left toes, step back, plank pose. Lift through your low belly, down dog, lift your hips, drop your head. Full breath in, open mouth, exhale. Good, inhale, look forward. Bend your knees, walk your feet to hands. Good, inhale, half lift. Pause here, widen your feet outer hip distance apart for an open arm twist. Slight bend in both knees. Left fingertips under your nose. Inhale, right arm lifts. And feel the expansion across your collarbones, your heart space. And keep the weight in your feet even. Slight bend in your top elbow. See if you can use that space to pull your right elbow back and down. One more breath in. Exhale, release. And right arm, right hand underneath your nose. Bend your right knee, left arm lifts. Keep the weight in your feet even, left shoulder back and down your spine. Bigger breath in, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Wiggle your feet a little closer together. Breath in, half lift, even out your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Wiggle your feet closer together, hug inner thighs together. Take your hands to your heart for a twist. Sit down a little bit lower. Tilt your sit bones down. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow taps your outer right knee. Press your palms together. Tuck your left set of ribs under. Right shoulder, right set of ribs up. And look down, unwind, chair pose. Keep your hips low, big breath in, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back. Exhale, twist, right elbow to your outer left knee. Press your palms together. Left shoulder back, left set of ribs up and back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Lift your hips, drop your head. Inhale, half lift. Optional vinyasa, or you can simply step back to down dog or child's pose. Wherever you're moving, let your breath be fluid, equal inhales, equal exhales. Meet in down dog, take a wide breath in, open mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg, look forward, step to high crescent lunge, right foot alongside your thumb. And inhale, rise, palms face each other, pull your right hip crease back, maybe a slight bend in your back knee, spike your left heel forward. And grab your left wrist, side stretch. Inhale, extend, exhale, lean to the right. Squeeze inner thighs together for balance. Good. Inhale, rise, gaze down, left hand plants, open arm twist. Take a breath in, stay, exhale, twist deeper. And warrior two, right hand to thigh or press your feet down, open all the way up. Good. Spread your fingers wide, extend through your shoulders. Soften the tops of the shoulders. 90-degree angle in your right leg, ground down through your left foot. Reverse warrior, big breath in, reach your right arm up and overhead. To engage your psoas a little more, if you want it, can you lift your right heel, press into the ball mount of your big toe. Sink your sit bones down a little bit deeper. Good. Release, right heel to the mat, hands all the way down. And drop your left knee down, scoot it forward, swing your right leg back, one-legged table. Left arm forward just for one breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Engage your core, lift. Good. Inhale, extend. Plant your left hand. Hover your left knee. Claw down through fingertips. That's it. Three-legged dog. Big breath in. Swing your hips up and back. Exhale, lower your right toes. And take a moment here. Rest weight through your heels. Big breath in and full exhale. Second side, inhale, lift your left leg. Look forward, high crescent lunge. Step your left foot forward alongside your thumb, feet hip distance apart. Rise, palms face each other. Take a moment, find some wiggle room in your hips, maybe a slight bend in your right knee. Hug inner thighs together. Side stretch, catch hold of your right wrist. Exhale, lean to the left. Just enough to feel a deep stretch in your psoas muscle. Good. Inhale, rise. Right hand plants, left arm opens up. Pull your left hip crease back. And twist your left set of ribs up and back. Take a full breath in. Stay for your exhale. Hug your low ribs together. Good. Look down. Warrior two. Good. Open up to your left. Broaden across your arms, your collarbone. Find a 90-degree angle in your left knee. And press down a lot through your back foot. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Then pause. If you want a little more engagement in your psoas, press the left ball mount of your big toe down, lift your heel. Sit down a little bit lower. Even breath through the challenges. And lower left heel. Cartwheel your hands all the way down, plant. Drop your right knee down, left leg back, one-legged table. Extend your right arm forward, breath in. Exhale, knee to elbow just once. Inhale, extend. Plant your right hand. Hover your right knee. Tuck your toes under, engage your core muscles. Three-legged dog, big breath in, lift up and back. Good, exhale, lower left toes. Take a moment in down dog or drop your knees down in wide child's pose. Cleanse your body with your breath. Maybe become aware of your intentions once more. What are you willing to release? What are you willing to draw in to your being? We'll move through that once more. Breath to movements. Nothing new. Trust your body. Let this be a moving meditation. One movement for an inhale, one movement for an exhale. Then take a breath in, lift your right leg, look forward, exhale, step through, high lunge. Inhale, rise, palms face each other. Grab your left wrist, exhale, stretch right. Inhale, lift your spine, hinge forward, plant your left hand, open arm twist. Breath in, look up. Good, exhale, warrior two. Left heel down, press into your feet to rise. Inhale, reverse warrior, maybe lift your right heel. Exhale, all the way down, plant your hands. Back knee lowers, stretch your right leg back. Tuck your left toes under, and extend your left arm forward, inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow, draw into your core muscles. Inhale, extend, plant your left hand. Hover your left knee, big breath in, press the earth away, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower right toes. Inhale, lift your left leg. Look forward, exhale, step forward, lunge. Rise with an inhale, catch your right wrist. Exhale, stretch to the left. Inhale, stack your shoulders, look down, plant your left hand, and twist. Good, warrior two. Right heel down, rise. Inhale, reverse, reach up and overhead, lift your left heel. Good, exhale all the way down, plant your hands, right knee lowers, left leg extends back. Right arm forward, take one breath in, exhale, hug, knee to elbow, round. Inhale, extend, plant your right hand, tuck your right toes under, lift, press the earth away, breath in. Exhale, lower, left toes down dog. Take a cleansing breath in, full exhale. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose, lead through the back of your heart. And lower all the way down. You're welcome to drop your knees first if you need to. Elbows under shoulders, Sphinx pose. Make a number 11 with your forearms. Press into forearms to lift your heart, draw your shoulders back. Lift the tops of your ears, find length through the neck. Now keep this little back bend, tuck your chin in towards your chest, release the back of your neck. Maybe take a couple of rocks left and right. Keep drawing your shoulders back and down your spine. Good, inhale, come back to center, lift your head. And bend your right knee. Take a grounded twist. Bring your right toes to the left side of your space, roll to your left hip. So you're just twisting in your middle body, stacking right hip on top of left, opening up through your inner thigh, femur pulling away from your hip socket. This is the very base of your psoas muscle group. And look down, come back to Sphinx pose, roll to your belly, lengthen your right leg down to meet the left. Find your little back bend again first. Ground down through forearms, lift your heart. Bend your left knee and roll over to your right hip. Stack your left hip on top of right. And pull your left femur away from its hip socket. And release, roll back to your belly. And lower all the way down, stack your hands, forehead to the back of your palms, widen through your elbows. Deep belly breaths, feel the widening of your inhales, the slow, steady release of your exhales. Again, using your breath to massage your mid-body. Also using your breath to tell your nervous system that it is okay that we're using our psoas muscle. Literally retraining the workings of our brain so we can use this muscle group in a calm state, a parasympathetic nervous state, releasing mental tension. In Shalabhasana, lift your forehead slightly, stretch your arms back behind you. Yogi's choice here, you can take the back of your hands to your mat, palms face down, or deeper shoulder opener. We haven't done too many yet. You can interlace hands behind your back. Wherever you are, lift your shoulders first, lift your forehead. Come on up with an inhale. As you exhale, lift the tops of your feet. And keep pulling your heart forward and up. Squeeze inner heels together, lift and lengthen. Take a big breath in. Stay for your exhale and release. And hands under shoulders, press up and back through table or plank pose, downward facing dog. And equal part inhales and exhales. Claw down with fingertips. And curl your sit bones up, actively stretching the base of your psoas muscle. And take a breath in, lift your right leg. Look forward, step between your hands. Walk your fingertips forward beyond your right toes. Grounded airplane, press into your fingertips, your right foot, stretch your left leg back. And notice your hips here, pull your outer left hip down, pull your right hip crease back. Notice extension in your spine. Can you send your heart forward, your gaze forward? Nice, big shift into one-legged Tadasana. Bend your right knee, swing your left knee forward and up. And catch your balance, keep your gaze low, keep your left foot active. Just like we did on our backs and in our lunge, interlace your fingers and take them over your left thigh bone. Press your palms down into your thigh bone, and then your left thigh bone back up and in, plug it in. Notice how this changes the energy of your shape slightly. Squaring off your hips, pulling into your pelvic floor, your inner core muscles. And keep this engagement, breath in, lift your arms. Exhale, open arm twist. You're welcome to catch hold of your left thigh bone, right hand to the outer left thigh. And pull your left shoulder back. You're welcome to take your gaze with it or keep your gaze on the floor. Find the engagement in your thigh bone. Keep plugging your left thigh bone in. Stamp your right foot down, lift up a little taller. And unwind, one-legged Tadasana. Big breath in, lift your arms. Exhale, figure four. Bend your right knee, sit down into chair. Left leg up and over your right thigh. If this is too much to balance, you're welcome to take low chair. If you'd like to take this a little bit deeper, maybe a twist or a forward fold. Take a couple breaths to yourself. Meet in figure four with an inhale. And step your left foot down, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, lift your spine halfway. Plant your hands, come back to plank. Exhale, lower down, all the way to belly or halfway chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart through your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips, drop your heart and head. Inhale, lift your left leg, reach up and back. Look forward, exhale, step forward. Good. Inhale, rise. palms face each other, pull your left hip crease back. In a grounded airplane, fold, plant your hands, shift weight into your left foot, right leg back. We got an extra lunge there, I know. Keep your right foot active, reach through your heel and square off your hips. You'll also extend your spine forward through your heart, crown of the head. A big movement, one-legged Tadasana. Bend into your left knee. Use your core muscles to pull your right thigh up. Stack your heart over hips. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms down into your right thigh. And right thigh back up into your hands. Use this to open up your shoulders and lift your heart. Nice. And a breath in, lift your arms once more. Keep your right thigh active. Open arm twist, right shoulder back. Left hand can grab your outer right knee. And keep pulling your right rib cage back, right shoulder back. And inhale, let it go. Unwind. One-legged Tadasana. Lift your arms. Exhale, figure four. Bend into your left knee. Cross right ankle up and over. Lean forward. Stick your sit bones back. Take a couple breaths here. To yourself, maybe a forward fold, fingertips down, maybe a twist. Keep sending your right knee wide, right foot stays active. We'll meet in figure four. Lift your gaze, your spine, hands to heart. Uncross your right leg, forward fold, breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Plant your hands, optional vinyasa. You're welcome to take chaturanga. This is a half lower. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a wide breath in, wide belly breath. Open mouth, exhale. Wide runner's lunge. Step your right foot forward. Turn your toes open. And drop your left knee down. You're welcome to take your blanket or towel under your left knee. I'll guide you through some options step by step. Pause where you feel your work is, and you can still breathe through it. Right hand to inner thigh, right hand to right inner thigh. Roll to pinky toe side of the foot. Find a shoulder opener here too. Draw your right shoulder back. Pause here and breathe, or catch a quad stretch. Right hand to your back foot. Reach for pinky toe side of your right foot. You're also welcome to lower down to forearm. And take one more round of breath right where you are. And release. We'll take pigeon pose. You are welcome to take figure four on your back if that's the case. Right leg back, and flip over to your back. Otherwise, full pigeon, right knee forward and wide, heel toe your right foot to the left side of your space. Press down through fingertips, find an extension in your spine and your core muscles first. Exhale, lead with your heart, forward fold. You can stack palms, take forehead to your palms, or stack your fist if you need a deeper lift. Close your eyes, breathe deeply. Notice any tension collecting in areas of the body. What parts of your body are reacting to sensation, and where can you soften? Jawline, the back of the neck, tops of your shoulders. Take a bigger breath in, fill up the back of your heart, almost like you're rounding your spine up towards the sky. Stay for your exhale, let everything soften back down. Next inhale, press into hands, lift yourself up. We'll shift into half frog pose, so have your blanket or towel handy if you need it at the right side of your space. Widen your right knee outside your right hip. Your right foot follows, so you have a 90-degree angle in your right leg. And then lower yourself back down. Yep, just like Taylor's doing. If you need your blanket for support, slide it under your right knee. And then lower yourself back down. By externally rotating our right leg here, we're opening up our right hip. The attachment of the psoas muscle to the inside of our femur. And also the psoas minor that's connecting in the inside of our pelvis. There should be a level of discomfort here. However, no pinching or pain in your hip. You're welcome to stay right here, and we'll guide you through a twist. Yep, Taylor's doing it. Lift up to your forearms. Tuck your right shoulder under, just like you're threading the needle. Reach through right fingertips. Stay here or deeper twist. You can send your left arm up and overhead. One more round of breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. If you're in a twist, slowly unwind. Left hand back to your mat. Press it down to untuck your right shoulder. And everyone lift up to your hands. And stretch your right leg back to meet the left. Plank pose or table. Whether you're table or lifting up to down dog, take a moment to send your right leg up and back, bend your knee and circle out your hip. Find freedom of movement in both directions, wide circles. Lower right leg down. We start with wide lunge, runner's lunge on our left side. Left foot forward and wide, turn your toes open. Drop your right knee down, and just be mindful that this side can be pretty different than the other, so take it step by step. Do what feels right. Left hand to your inner thigh. Press into your inner thigh, catch a shoulder opener, send your left shoulder back. And stay here, work with this, roll to outer arch of your left foot or quad stretch. Left hand reaches back for pinky toe side of your right foot. Actively press your right foot into fingertips to open up your heart, broaden across your collarbone. Take a big inhale wherever you are, and exhale, release. Pigeon stretch, heel toe your left foot to the right side of your space. Keep your left knee wide. If you take figure four, you're welcome to come to your belly and then flip over to your back figure four. Find some spinal extension first. Press into fingertips. Inhale, lift through your heart. Exhale, lead with your heart, forward fold. Stack your palms or stack fists as long as your forehead is able to rest on something, releasing the back of your neck. Soften your jawline, your throat, tops of the shoulders. Two more deep belly breaths. Notice where you can soften and surrender into your shape a little bit more. Next, inhale, fill up the back of your heart, puff it up towards the sky, almost like you're rounding into cat pose. And exhale, surrender back down. Inhale, lift up to forearms, set up for half frog pose. Lift your belly, your hips just enough to widen your left knee. Again, use your blanket or towel if you have it underneath your left knee. 90-degree angle, thigh bone right out of your hip, left heel just below your knee. Lower down, once more, forehead resting on your mat or your hands. And noticing areas of discomfort. Actively sending your breath to that space. Telling your nervous system we are aware of the sensation. If you'd like a little bit more, inhale, come back up to forearms. Thread the needle, left shoulder underneath your right. Lower your head back down, pause here, or you're welcome to send your left or your right arm up and overhead, opening into your shoulders. In a twist, slowly start to unwind, press under right hand, heart back to the mat. Everyone lift with an inhale. And send your left leg back to meet the right. Wiggle your hips. If you need it, shift up to table pose or downward facing dog. And take some wide hip circles here. Bend your left knee. Circle around in both directions, massaging some soft fascia tissue. And square off your hips, lower your left foot down. We'll shift forward onto your belly, lower down nice and slow. And flip over to your back. Dynamic bridge lifts, our last breath to movement work here. Bend your knees, plant your heels, your feet into the earth. Lower your fingertips to graze the back of your heels. And take a pause here, send your sit bones forward so you can get most of your low back pressing into the earth. We'll move with slow inhale, slow exhales with our hips and our arms. So just take one breath in, full exhale, and begin your movement. Inhale, lift your arms up and overhead. And lift all the way up to the tops of the shoulders, deepest stretch at the top of your breath. And exhale, slowly lower your arms, one vertebra at a time, all the way back down to your hips. Release at the bottom of the breath. Twice more, inhale, slow, steady lower, press into your feet. Arms up and overhead, reach as far as you can at the top of the breath, full lungs. And exhale, lower your arms, lower down one vertebrae at a time, back of the heart, middle back, sacrum, sit bones. Once more together, inhale. Slow, steady exhale. And hug your knees in towards your heart. Take a few rocks left and right along your lower back. Let your belly get soft. And plant your feet back down a little bit wider than they just were, so wider than your hips. Something like figure 4, right ankle up and over your left knee. Keep your knees and feet separate, lower your knees down and to the right. So it's a wide-legged twist. And then once your knees are lowered, you're welcome to bump your left knee back. So you have left shoulder, left hip, left knee, all in the same line. Deeper psoas stretch, arms up and overhead. Take a few belly breaths here. And let your right foot guide your left femur down and forward. Slowly under your twist, lift your knees. Uncross, right foot plants back on your mat. Square off your hips, let your knees rock left and right a couple times. And right ankle crosses up and over. Sorry, your left ankle crosses up and over your right knee. And let your knees drop down and forward to the left. Adjust, bump your hips to your right. Stretch your arms up and overhead. Take some deep belly breaths here. you're in your own space. Take comfort in knowing that we are breathing together. Even people across the country, same movements, same inhales, same exhales. We are all connected in this. Next inhale, slowly lift your knees. Across your left ankle, plant your feet, let your knees fall left and right. And hug your knees in and up as wide as your shoulders, happy baby pose. To neutralize our spine, press your sacrum into the earth. And tug on your feet lightly, pull your shoulders down. If it's right for you, rock left and right along your spine. Begin to slow down your breath if you haven't already. Allow your exhales to get longer than your inhales. And release your bind. And set up for Shavasana, final resting pose. If you need to dim the lights or put on an extra layer of clothing, do what you need to do to get comfortable. Wide limbs. As you lengthen through your legs, let your heels get wider than your hips. Let your toes drop open to either side. Soften your shoulders, palms face up. And gently close your eyes. Widen all of your muscles, even the very center of your core muscles. Let go of their work, their efforts. Allow your bones to get heavy, feeling that gentle pull of gravity beneath you towards the very center of the earth. Rest here for the next few moments without any anticipation of when it will end. Allow yourself the freedom of time, the freedom of thought, freedom of movement. Right where you are in stillness. Draw your awareness back lightly. Notice your breath. Notice sensations of your body. Sensations emotionally. You're welcome to stay as long as you need, right where you are. Ready to shift back into your physical form. Wiggle fingers and toes. Rock your ears left and right. And take a full body stretch once more. Reach your arms up and overhead. Energize through the soles of your feet. And bend your knees. Plant your feet back into the earth. And roll over to one side, using one arm as a pillow for your head. to a seat, cross-legged position, or sitting back on your heels. Close your eyes, take your hands together in front of your heart space. Sit with a tall spine, conscious breath. We'll seal our practice, our time together, with a quote from Pema Chodron. When we resist change, it's called suffering. But when we can completely let go and not struggle against it, when we can embrace the groundlessness of our situation and relax into its dynamic quality, that's called enlightenment, or awakening to our true nature, to our fundamental goodness. Another word for this is freedom. Freedom from struggling against the fundamental ambiguity of being human. Yogis, through all these shifts and changes, thank yourself for taking a moment to honor your breath, your body, and take time to yourself. And thank each of you for showing up. Take a big breath in, thumbs to your third eye. Exhale, bow forward and down. The light and love in me sees the light and love in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, friends, so much for being here. We'll keep the chat stream on if you have any questions or comments. Namaste. Stay healthy, stay well.